In beautiful St. Kitts, there is a place where you can go find an Indonesian art form that they have made their own in the site of an amazing historic manor. So we're going to head to Romney Manor, home of the Caribelle Batik. So what is batik? It's from Indonesia, been going on for thousands of years, uses wax resistant dyeing. So the wax resists the dyeing and it allows for really interesting, different forms of art. So Romney Manor itself is 10 acres of lush tropical gardens and was a sugar plantation, rum production once owned by the great great grandfather of Thomas Jefferson. And the Caribelle Batik, founded quite a bit later, but it is a place at Romney Manor that local artisans create these wonderful designs that I heavily recommend you taking a look at. So let's take a quick tour of Romney Manor. So it's 1626 is when Romney Manor came to be. There's a $3 US charge to come visit that's well worth it. The gardens surrounding the area, they're lush. You're up in the hillside, so you also get a beautiful view of the ocean. And just St. Kitts in general is just a beautiful gem of an island. And this is one of those beautiful spots to go visit. I heavily recommend visiting Caribelle, but even just walking through the gardens is well worth it. So, going into the boutique, after having looked at they have a shop where you can buy pretty much any kind, from actual just art to clothing, bags, all done with this ancient art form that's been made to be good with St. Kitts. But let's take a quick look at how it's done from an expert.
Welcome.
Demonstration.
I will explain what we do here. So what we do here, it's an art and it's called batik. Batik is the process of waxing and dyeing. We always start out on a white piece of cotton fabric. Lay this trace onto the fabric from an artist's drawing with a pencil. Then we apply a mixture of these hot wax and paraffin wax to the areas where we want to stay white. Fine areas, we use this tool, it's called a Tjanting or a wax pen. But for wider areas, we use a normal paintbrush. The wax goes right to the fabric, so the design is on both sides of the fabric. We now remove the fabric off the frame and we dip this blue piece into a cold watercolor fast dye, 30 minutes. We always start from the lighter color to the darkest. You can see the white areas where we wax first. It's still here on the fabric. In order for us to keep this blue color, we need to add more wax on the areas to keep the blue colors. So the wax is used to protect each color from the other. For example, if we want a piece to dye 6 times, we have to wax the fabric 6 times and dye it 6 times. More colors, the longer it takes. We also have to let the fabric dry for 1 day so we can apply more wax and more dyes on the fabric. So we wax and dye until we have all the colors. After getting all the colors we need to remove the wax off the fabric, we boil it into a pot of hot water, 30 minutes. The wax will float to the top so we can reuse it again. Right over there in that wall, that is our masterpiece of the wall hangings. That piece of a light behind it to give you a reflection of the sunlight. And that is 5 colors. That masterpiece that we got to each one of these steps here, where we said trace all the way over to the final color. This piece on the wall is 5 colors, 9 days work. So batik is individually done. You won't find the 2 pieces exactly looking the same. Each piece is done by hand. A finished piece of a coconut jinka, 3 colors, 5 days work. So to tell genuine batik, it always have to be the same on both sides. And we do not have a right or a wrong side. And that's how you can tell it's a genuine piece of batik. You can wash the fabric in the machine. You can hand wash it. You can put it in the dryer to be dry. It can also hang on the clothesline. The fabric will not shrink. So everything that you see in the store was done with the wax and the dyes. That's how batik is done. Thank you both for coming. You can have a look around the gift shop.
So once again, a wonderful art form that's been made to be uniquely St. Kittian and is just a great place to visit. So heavily recommend. We bought quite a few things, and it's just a really unique and great place to go. Caribelle Batik, highly recommended. They also have a nice shop there for drinks, and the Old Road rum and the rum punch was wonderful. So absolutely stop by and try some of their rum punch, because that is great. While I heavily recommend going to Romney Manor, if you end up staying in the Port Zante area, which is the main cruise port, there is a kind of satellite shop of Caribelle Batik that is right there in the port. So while it doesn't give you the ambiance of Romney Manor, and you don't get to learn about how this very intricate and beautiful art technique that takes a lot of work, you still are able to buy some of these amazing pieces while you're there. So if you don't get a chance to head out to Romney Manor, at least go to Port Zante and take a look at this beautiful clothing and other kind of tapestries that they have made. So once again, thanks for watching. Give us a like and subscribe to help our channel grow. Definitely go visit Caribelle Batik in the beautiful nation of St. Kitts and Nevis, and contact us at ET Family Travel to book your next adventure.